bit of an advantage over Dovizioso. That's what he's got to try and do. He has got his head down. He starts his 20th season of Grand Prix racing. He's 36 years old. He's not riding with a pair of slippers there, I can assure you.
This is Valentino Rossi's 313th Grand Prix appearance, as fast, as hungry and motivated as ever. And he's eking away crucial bike lengths here from Andrea Dovizioso. 2 laps to go. Rossi knows that he's got to be leading onto the start-finish straight by 5 or 6 bike lengths. The power of that Ducati will outgun him to the straight. Rossi has been a master tactician in the past. He knows exactly what he's got to do. Now let's see if Andrea Dovizioso drags him to the line. This is going to set up a dramatic finale. They come across the start-finish straight to start the final lap.
Now, is this a dress rehearsal? If Rossi has this advantage, can Dovizioso catch him? There's a very simple answer to that question. Yes, he can. So Rossi's got to try and open up some sort of advantage. We're into the last lap of an amazing opening round of the championship.
Rossi and Dovizioso going at it hammer and tongs. Rossi runs it a little bit wide through turn 2, pulls it back. Dovizioso, he's not giving up at all. Rossi still in the lead.
Up towards turn 4, Rossi leads the way. The right-hander at the top end of the circuit. Dovizioso right behind him. He knows if he can stay this close, he could bring victory for the GP15 Ducati.
Coming up to the twisty sections of this Losail International Circuit. This is where the Yamaha normally works incredibly well. Rossi knows he's got to open up a gap. The anxious Ducati management look on. Claudio Domenicali, the Ducati boss, on the right.
Rossi still holds the advantage. Dovizioso, though, has him in his sights. This is where the Yamaha performs. Can he open up the advantage? The 9 times world champion, 36 years old, fighting off the challenge of Dovizioso. 1 MotoGP victory to his credit.
Rossi 10th to 2nd last year. Is he going to go 1 better in 2015? It's all going to come down to this last 4 or 5 corners. Rossi accelerates through turn 12. He's got a little bit of a gap now on Dovizioso. Dovizioso, though, comes back. It's going to go right down to the wire, this first race.
They race down through the final one of the right-handers, down towards turn 15. The final left-hander. Is the gap big enough? Can Rossi just open up the advantage? Turn 16, the final bend approaches.
Here we go, Rossi now peeling into the right-hander through turn 16. Has he done enough? Valentino Rossi now powers that Yamaha onto the straight. Dovizioso trying to get in the slipstream.
Here we go, the run to the line. Has Rossi done it? Here comes the Ducati. Valentino Rossi wins here in Qatar.
Valentino Rossi, an 83rd Premier Class victory, the 109th of his career. Andrea Dovizioso could not have done anything more, but Valentino Rossi, the old warhorse, there he was again. What a brilliant last lap. Dovizioso, best lap of his race on the final lap, but it wasn't enough to deny Valentino Rossi. Rossi, Dovizioso, Iannone on the podium. What a race. Rossi triumphant.
Wow, that's the only thing you can say. So, Marquez 5, Pedrosa 6, Crutchlow 7, Smith 8, Pol Espargaro 9, Yoni Hernandez 10, Aleix Espargaro with Suzuki 11, Petrucci 12, Scott Redding 13, Maverick Vinales 14th, and 15th place, the final point scorer, Hector Barbera. This is about one man. Everything else has been about Ducati, it's been about Marc Marquez, it's gone. The headlines will be Valentino Rossi.
Vintage Valentino Rossi there. What a performance from the 36-year-old. Incredible stuff. That medium hard front tyre, crucial in the outcome of that race, definitely, Nick.
Take a breath. 20th season of Grand Prix racing. His 313th Grand Prix appearance. No pipe and slippers for Valentino Rossi. That was as tough a win as you would see. Well done, Ducati. Well done, Andrea Dovizioso. I thought he was going to win it. Rossi had different idea.
Marc Marquez kicks off the defence of his World Championship with 5th. That was a rousing fight back from the Spaniard, of course. We saw him run off at the very first corner of the race, almost running to the back of that man right behind him now on the slowing down lap, Bradley Smith. Jorge Lorenzo, he'll be bitterly disappointed. He made the running for much of the race, but missed out on the podium. In all the jubilant scenes for Valentino Rossi, Andrea Iannone, he took his first Premier Class rostrum. A great ride from Maniac Joe, great Willie from the number 29, but it's all about one man.
But what a debut for the GP15 Ducati. Second and third, absolutely brilliant. But
Andrea
as he often does, he will steal the headlines, won't he, completely.
Dovizioso could not have done anything more in that race. He tried to lead it, he put pressure on Lorenzo, he put pressure on Rossi, but you have to say, Valentino Rossi, when the pressure was on, he delivered a masterful final lap. There he is, punching the air in delight, and quite rightly so. As we said, 313.
That's terrific. Yamaha and Ducati exchanging pleasantries before they come in.
And Yamaha, Nick, all weekend had looked dead and buried, hadn't
Done. Absolutely out of it. Here he comes. 36 years old, his 313th Grand Prix appearance. Ducati, second and third, but on the top step of the podium, listen to the reception. The doctor is getting here in Qatar.
What a way for Yamaha to kick off its 60th anniversary celebrations. Could not have made a better start. Valentino Rossi revving that YZR M1 motor as he comes in to Parc Ferme. He still celebrates every victory like it was the first one, and it was a classic Rossi performance, fighting his way through from way down the field. He was 10th on the first lap, but there he is, Valentino Rossi, 36 years of age, and still able to win.
What a face, Marc
Not
Marquez.
happy at all.
No, not happy at all.
When Marc Marquez watches this race back on video, he would have loved to have been in that fight for the victory. Andrea Dovizioso, as we say, he did his absolute best to deny Rossi a fantastic debut for the new GP15. That's going to be a force to be reckoned with as we move into the season. Two Ducatis on the podium with Valentino Rossi, so
lasted the pace, didn't it? Both of them lasted the pace well. It was only the brilliance of probably the greatest motorcycle racer we've ever seen that actually prevented them having a debut victory. Well, we've both watched many, many victories of Valentino Rossi. I don't think I've seen many better than that. Have you?
108 career victories before tonight, Nick, and I tend to agree. His 109th is right up there with the very, very best. It was breathtaking action from the two Italians. An all-Italian podium, of course, Rossi, Dovizioso and Iannone. Lorenzo missing out after a valiant fight. He did his best to stay in there for as long as possible. Andrea Dovizioso takes a deep intake of breath, and quite rightly, because he put up a tremendous fight. Lin Jarvis and all the Yamaha management congratulating Valentino Rossi. He rolled back the years once again, didn't he? Victorious last year in Misano and Phillip Island. We keep wondering every year, can he come back to deliver another championship challenge? Well, there's your answer.
Write him off at your peril. That's what you do. And what a start to the season. And where will it go from there? Well, you know Marc Marquez is going to fight back. Ducati have proved they're right in there. But Rossi has done it again.
Well, Andrea, that was some amazing racing.